Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to another episode. This time we're going to talk about Papu Gomez and why he's likely leaving this January. Yeah, the hot topic right now in this calciomercato coming up is that Papu Gomez might be leaving Bergamo after falling out with Piero Gasperini. This is the second game in a row where Gasperini doesn't even put Papu Gomez on the bench, let alone start him, doesn't even put him on the bench. So, a couple weeks ago on Serie Sitdown, we talked about how it would really be a mistake for Papu Gomez to leave Bergamo. He's done so much for the city, for the club. Really, he's been a legend for them, and to have it falling out like they're having right now, it just seems unfathomable that the relationship could end on a sour note like this. But alas, the last two games tell us he's not playing and he's not injured. Something's up, and Gasperini says enough is enough. Papu Gomez, mentioned that he'll let it all air out once he's gone. We'll see how this unravels, but all indications are that he is more than likely gone once the transfer market opens up in January. It's unfortunate, really. Atalanta are probably not going to miss him that much. Obviously, you're going to miss his legacy and what he's done for the club. However, they got so much at their disposal. It seems like Josip Ilicic is back to his normal self after a brilliant game, last game against Roma, with the wonderful solo goal that he had. Atalanta have so many weapons in attack and midfield and defense. Man, not so much defense. But they got a lot of attacking talent, a lot of guys on the bench who are just chomping at the bit to get into the starting lineup. So, will they miss Papu Gomez? Sure, they're gonna, he brings something to the team, but they got a lot of guys that can make up for it, and who knows, they may have someone else who may end up being better than Papu Gomez in the long run. But Papu Gomez is more than likely gone. So the question is, where does he go to? Where's his best fit? That's a good question. It's difficult to say. He needs to fit into the right system to be successful. Obviously, there's many clubs that are looking at him. There's at least three in Serie, and definitely one abroad. And the one abroad would be PSG. I'm surprised the likes of Barcelona or some of these other clubs are coming calling for Papu Gomez, and it might something to do with the age. But let's look at just the clubs in Serie and is there a fit for them? First, let's start off with the champions, Juventus. I don't really see this as a fit for them. The way they set up their lineups, PIERO set up his team, it isn't conducive for Papu Gomez to be successful in this. And I think, with the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, he'll demand so much of the ball, and Papu Gomez likes to be the main attention on the team. And so I don't think those will really fit for Juventus. Another mention is AC Milan. Milan play a formation where, the left wing and right wing sides, Papu is more of a left-sided guy, and their left side's pretty bit locked up at the moment. They got good chemistry going between Rebic, Hauga, Leao, or whomever is on the left-hand side with Theo Hernandez. There's good chemistry there, so I don't think they want to mess with that up. The only thing that would make sense for Milan, if Hakan Çalhanoğlu were to not agree to terms with Milan, and then they could use Papu Gomez as a replacement for him in the trequartista role, because that could work, because that's a role that Papu Gomez likes to play, just behind the striker and setting things up. I'm sure Ibra would love to have the likes of Papu Gomez assisting him on several plays. That is the most likely scenario, but it's still to be determined. We're still a ways away, and the discussion between Hakan and Milan are ongoing. He wants something on absurd like 6 or 7 million euros a year. Milan are looking more at 3.5 range. So we'll see if they can come to a compromise. But if they don't, they may be looking at Papu Gomez. It would be significantly cheaper, and the talent, it might be actually an upgrade in talent. Might not have that long-footed, powerful shot that Hakan has, but the playmaking ability by Papu Gomez is there, and it's probably better than Hakan as it is. So that's a potential, but it still really depends on the negotiation there with Hakan. Another team that has been mentioned is Internazionale. Many people question whether Conte would use him as they should. We've seen how the falling out with Eriksen went, where it made sense. Eriksen's got a lot of talent. He goes to Conte, and then they can't figure out where to use him. He's been on the bench. He's been humiliated by Conte. So we don't want to see that from Papu Gomez. Wherever he goes, we want to see him thrive. But based on the formation that Inter play, before today's game against Hellas, you would say, well, maybe he would take the place of Lautaro Martinez or Alexis Sanchez, but those two have been playing really well, and Martinez and Lukaku form a formidable pairing up top, so you don't want to mess with that. But today, in today's game, we saw the 3-4-3, and if you look at that formation to play like that, you could see Papu playing on the left-hand side. Now, I don't see this being a formation they use all the time. This is maybe a formation they use because of the opponent they had in Hellas Verona, a very difficult defensive team to go up against. But when they play in a 3-4-3, I can see that working. With their other formations, I don't know if it could actually work out with Inter having Alexis Sanchez and Lautaro and Lukaku in there in that mix, and would it work? I don't know. They'd have to mold him to Inter, and I don't know if Papu's in that situation. He needs to be in a situation where it breeds more likely to his success. And honestly, if you look at Serie A, I don't know where it would be a great fit for him. Frank Crivello, a co-host on Serie Sitdown, he mentioned Sassuolo, and I think that'd be a great idea. A lot of attacking talent there. He could be a leader for them on the pitch. Him and Caputo leading the youngsters and that exciting attacking offense there. That could be really entertaining to watch. That would give Sassuolo another bump in trying to get into the European spots. Don't know what Papu's aims are these days. Is it Champions League or is it what? Or just starting time? It's to be determined. But keep an eye out on this one. A lot of moving parts here. He still may stay there, but like I said, 2 games in a row, not even in the lineup. Indications are that he is probably moving on in January, but we'll see. And if he does land somewhere else, we're gonna figure out where he does fit in that lineup. But at the moment, it's hard to see where he fits. More than likely, it's a two Milanese clubs. Probably more than likely have a better fit than a Juventus. Sassuolo has probably a really good fit, but I don't know if he wants to take that kind of level down, or it's a slight down from Atalanta. So. Yeah, tell us what you think in the comments below. Do you think Papu is going to move? And if you do, where to? Where do you think his best fit is? Let us know in the comments below. And of course, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the page, like, and again, follow us on Serie Sitdown, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Our podcast can be found anywhere that streams music. And of course, we're here on YouTube with the videos. So until the next video comes, or the next podcast, make sure you tell your paisans about us. Ciao.